Hello everybody, Cooper here, and welcome back to another episode of my NBA 2K25 MyGM series here with the Los Angeles Lakers. I hope you're all doing very well today. It is the Karl Anthony Towns revenge game up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're hoping for a big game out of him. He gets the first shot of the game, misses the three on this occasion. Now, Minnesota are doing a very good job so far this season. They're currently the second seed in the West. Anthony Edwards is averaging 41 points a game, and there he goes hitting a three to get the scoring underway. So not a great start for the Lakers, but we've made a few trades in on New Year's Day. We made the trade, but hopefully we can get a few points on the board. Cam Thomas gets the first three of the game for the Lakers to go, as the game's now tied up. But we've sacrificed a bit of our bench depth to make our starting lineup as strong as possible heading into the postseason as we try and get our third consecutive championship. We do have a couple of free agents as well coming into the off-season, but we'll obviously deal with that when the time comes. Cam Thomas finds Towns down low, puts up the little jumper, and he gets his first points against his old team. And we're going to go pick and fade again with Towns. We'll swing it to the corner. Cam Thomas trying to get, I think that's DiVincenzo up. Actually, no, it's Brown up in the air. Christian Brown, former Laker. But yes, if you haven't watched for a couple of episodes, we sent Okoro, Daniel Gafford. Who else did we send? It was Okongwu and one other player, I can't remember, to the Timberwolves for Karl Anthony Towns, a bunch of scrubs, or two scrubs, and a second round pick. As Walgren, who is their starting point guard, they've not had a starting point guard for a couple of years since the retirement of Mike Conley. And so he's like 71 rated, so LaMelo Ball should have the time of his life. Brandon Miller is open for three, misses that jumper. Yeah, we'll have a look at the Timberwolves lineup in a second. That's a great contest by Towns. Not much of a rim protector, but got vertical on that one. See what Towns can do. LaMelo trying to get to the rim, not really working for him. Cam Thomas gets the handoff, goes up with the left hand, misses another layup. Timberwolves playing very good defense so far now that they've traded Towns. As Jalen McDaniels in transition gets, or Jaden McDaniels, excuse me, I always get those two mixed up, gets the layup to go, and it's now a 7-point game. We'll go with Brandon Miller, who is playing the four. Actually, LaMelo's going to get a layup here. There we go. He finally scores. McDaniels coming off the screen is inside the three-point line, finds the point guard as Thomas gets the rebound. Dillingham is open on the left. We were going to go there. He's covered by Edwards. Thomas, covered by Brown. We'll drive right. Kick to Towns, finds Miller. LaMelo's at the top of the key. Launches the three and hits. Now within a layup. Give Edwards a little bit of space, not a great deal. He pulls up at the foul line, misses. LaMelo gets his second rebound on the game. We're going to run in transition, as we are probably the more athletic team. Brandon Miller getting to the rim. Gets the dunk over McDaniels. That was a great find by Cam Thomas. We don't really think of him for his playmaking, but that was a very good assist to find the big wing inside. Edwards takes another three, misses. LaMelo has 3 early rebounds. Could be a possible triple-double. Watch. Dillingham for 3, gets it to go. We now have the lead for the first time in the game, as LaMelo gets his first assist as well. Bronny waiting for the opportune moment to get a basket. Gobert guard fouls Gary. Gary gets the tough finish over Rudy Gobert. So having Rudy Gobert and Time Lord out there is a very interesting strategy for the Timberwolves. But I suppose now that they don't have Towns, they don't really have a choice, because Gary misses the free throw. Anthony Edwards is going to get a layup. He's been very good for the Wolves so far, as he is he's not the current MVP, but is likely going to be the MVP at season's end. LaMelo going to get another screen set by Gary. Gary found down low, kicks it out to Mathurin, who launches a three. Gets the offensive rebound. Gary gets 2 more. Alright, we'll go Mathurin in the pick and roll this time instead of Gary. LaMelo finds Mathurin, kicks it to Cam Thomas in the corner. Hopefully we get the 3 to go. We can't. Time Lord gets the rebound. Christian Brown in transition swings it to Edwards all the way to the opposite corner. Bronny doing a pretty good job of guarding him. Gary absolutely hacks at Gobert, which honestly isn't a bad option because Gobert, not a great free throw shooter. 1 for 2 for Gobert. I can also see that Caruso is checked into the game. So they've got a load of different wings. Dalton Connect also in the game, former Laker. Never played a game for us, so it's a bit weird saying he's a former Laker. Gary goes up with the 2, misses inside. Time Lord sort of forced him to fade back. Christian Brown finds Caruso inside. Brown's in the corner for 3. Bronny gets the rebound. Let's run. Cam Thomas, get by Brown, get to the rim. Can't get to the rim. Bronny's up top, guarded by Williams. There we go. He's fouled, and the camera pans to Cam Thomas for some reason. Bronny also goes 1 for 2 at the foul line, so both teams really struggling from the foul line early on. Gary missed a free throw. Gobert missed a free throw, and now Bronny's missed a free throw. Dalton Connect averaging about 11 points a game on pretty good shooting. Gary, that's a second foul. I'll leave him in because he doesn't play a lot, so I'm not really concerned about him fouling out. But Dalton Connect makes a free throw. Now only a 1-point game for the Lakers. 2.5 to go, so we've still got plenty of time to get back into the game. Gary down low this time. Gets the little jump hook under the basket. Good find by LaMelo. I think that might be his 2nd or 3rd assist. We've got Cam Thomas guarding Christian Brown. They went up against each other in practice many a time. So I do expect them to have a pretty good matchup against each other. Speaking of matchup against each other, we've got Okongwu, our former starting center, as McDaniels hits the 3 to tie up the game. Minute to go in the quarter. LaMelo having a pretty good game. Probably be scoring a little bit more. Finds Cam Thomas in the corner. Bronny has a triple single. Good for him. Gonna get to the rim. Won't challenge Time Lord. I don't like this play. Mathurin gets to the basket. There we go. Is blocked. And there is a shot clock violation for the Lakers. Good defense, Timberwolves. Fortunately, Timberwolves missed that possession. It should be said that Anthony Edwards has checked back into the game, so we have to be extra careful now. Mathurin gives it to Gary down low, and he gets stripped. So we've had a couple of really bad possessions in this quarter so far. LaMelo, good contest. Mathurin gets the rebound. There's probably time for one last possession in the quarter. We'll give it up to LaMelo. He's been our best so far. Gary's going to set the screen, get to the basket, finds Gary down low, goes up with the right hand, misses. We probably could have got a better shot than that. We'll start the second quarter down by 4, but we're not playing too bad at this stage. Anthony Edwards has started this game for the Timberwolves going very well. 14 points in 10 minutes, 2 rebounds, 6 for 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from deep. Jaden McDaniels also has 5 points with a 3. Walgren, who's their starting point guard, has a handful of points, as does Dalton Connect, Time Lord, and Christian Brown. Gobert hit a 3 throw, but other than that, hasn't been that impactful. In terms of us, LaMelo Ball, who played the entire first quarter, was really good. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Kent Gary was 50% from the field, had the 6 points on to his name, has a rebound, but also has 2 fouls and a turnover, so we'll probably give him a bit of a spell this quarter. And then Brandon Miller was really good. Cam Thomas had a bit of an inefficient start. Dillingham and Towns also scored, with Bronny James hitting a free throw. Team comparison-wise, we have been really struggling shooting the ball. 44% from the field, 38% from the 3, and 33% from the foul line. They've been good from 3, basically the same as us, actually, except they've hit a couple more free throws than us, and they're shooting above 50% from the field. Basically, in the other metrics, we're leading the way. We're just not really finishing well enough at the basket and at the foul line. If we can get a couple more threes on board, we'll be fine. But the Timberwolves are the second best team in the NBA, so they are going to provide stiff competition. Second quarter now underway for the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Dillingham guarding Edwards in the mid-range on the wing. Edwards steps back to the three-point line. Dillingham goes up to contest the layup. But Anthony Edwards has been very good so far. 16 points on the game. As we now head back into the action. 6 points down. We get Towns on the screen and roll with Dillingham. Dillingham going to get to the hoop. Gets the layup. Also going up against his former team, should be said, as we traded for him at the start of Season 1. Go another pick and fade with Dillingham and Towns. We'll kick it to Miller in the corner. If we can get by Jaden McDaniels, we will. We'll go... Well, the post-up's not really on. Dillingham will kick to Towns in the mid-range. He gets the jumper to go over Okongwu. He's now got 4 on the game. He had a really good game last time out. I can't remember who we even played. I think it might have been Miami on New Year's Day. I think that might be right. But I think Towns had a really good game against Miami, so we probably need a similar kind of performance from him today. Brandon Miller sets the screen. Towns for 3. Knocks it down. Back-to-back baskets for Towns. He now has 7. They are doing very, very well so far. As we get Miller to set the screen for Dillingham. He's going to get to the rim. Fouled. We get the N1 to go. Edwards not happy with the call. But Dillingham's going to go to the foul line and hopefully bring it down to a 7-point game, which he does. Brandon Miller sets the screen for LaMelo. Drives to the basket. Finds Cam Thomas in the corner. Misses another 3. I think he's 1 for 6 on the game. McDaniels again. Nobody picks him up. Another easy basket for the Timberwolves. LaMelo trying to get to the basket past Edwards, who's a pretty good perimeter defender. LaMelo swings it to Thomas. Tries to get McDaniels up in the air. Can't. We only have 4 seconds on the shot clock. Brandon Miller for 3. Hits it! Still a 10-point game to the Timberwolves. Dillingham on McDaniels. Miller's got Time Lord, but I'm not too worried about it. Edwards, late contest for 3. Gets those 3 points back. Edwards having a very good game so far. I think he's probably into the 20-point range. LaMelo finds Dillingham. Gives it back to LaMelo. Drives past Edwards. Doesn't get it. Miller for another 3. Hits it again. He's into double digits now. Okongwu in the high post against Towns. Edwards on the perimeter. Has a wide open jumper. Doesn't take it. Okongwu has Towns down low. Doesn't get the offensive rebound. Time Lord for 3 will leave that open. Dalton Connect will not leave him open. Okongwu in the high post again on Towns. Edwards coming off the screen. Cutting to the basket. Just as the shot clock is ending, he gets the 2 to go. Christian Brown coming off the screen. Doesn't take the 3. Edwards is open for 3. He knocks it down again. 28 on the game already. 14 in the quarter in just 7 minutes. Edwards is down low in the post, but don't like that at all. Gets Dillingham up in the air. That's just good offense. 32 points in 18 minutes. Ja Morant went off against Cam Thomas for 60 earlier in the year. It is a chance we might see another 60 piece in this game. Cam Thomas. Speaking of Cam Thomas, gets to the rim. Gets the layup to go. He hasn't been good jump shooting. The least he can do is get to the rim and finish strong. I think he's got 7 now. 7, 4, and 3. So he's still finding ways to contribute, which is good. Edwards with the windmill. Dillingham, man, you're killing us on the perimeter. Towns sets the screen for LaMelo. Goes to the rim, gets the layup. He now has 10. Cuts it down to a 16-point game. Screen set by Gobert. LaMelo trying to challenge. Towns ends up getting it. Let's kick it forward to Dillingham. Get by Edwards. We can't. Finds Miller in the mid-range. We'll just take it. It was there to be taken. Took. Dillingham down low in the post. Edwards goes up with it straight away. Dillingham gets the board. So running in transition. Dillingham should be able to go all the way. Pulls up for a midi. That's not what I wanted. I wanted a layup. Or a dunk or something. We just wasted an opportunity there. LaMelo playing tight defense. Edwards is cutting to the basket. Another really just easy basket for the Timberwolves. We might need Jovic to play in the second half if we can't get enough threes. We might need him to play in the second half. There we go. Towns hits the second 3 of the game. And he's into double digits now. 12 and 3 to start the game. I'd like him to have a couple more rebounds, but, you know, the Timberwolves haven't missed too many shots for the rebounds to be gotten, to be fair. Good D. Oh, Gobert gets the offensive rebound, but we're lucky. Cam Thomas running in transition. Dillingham, quick 3. Oh, Towns gets the offensive rebound. Gets another offensive rebound. Calm down, everybody. Okay. Miller set a screen. We'll just get Thomas go to the rim. Actually, Miller's going to the rim. Bit of contact. Oh, no, we can't get it. This just hasn't been our quarter, to be honest. Brown. Oh, there's a shooter in the corner. Walgren misses. All right, we're going to run. Thomas, run. Go. Towns. Halftime buzzer gets it. 11-point game at halftime, but hopefully with that buzzer beater, we can get a bit of momentum to go on our side in the second half. Halftime, and Anthony Edwards is absolutely killing us. 38 points on 25 shots, 4 of 7 from three-point line, 17 for 25 in total. 1 dunk. He's only got a +4, which is interesting. It's Time Lord, Dalton Connect, and Okongwu that have the biggest plus-minus on the game. But the next best scorer is Jaden McDaniels. He's only got 9 points. So Edwards is really just destroying us right now. In terms of our guys, we've got three guys with 10 plus. We seem to be sharing the scoring around pretty well, and we've got LaMelo with 5 assists, Dillingham with 4 assists. Cam Thomas isn't shooting the ball well at all, but does have 7, 6, and 4. But we're just not getting enough stops. So too many of their plays are ending in buckets. We're not getting enough rebounds. Towns got a couple of offensive rebounds towards the end of the quarter, which was really good. But we need more rebounds, we need more stops, and we just need to be better on defense. That's basically it. Because we're scoring enough points, it's just we're not doing well enough on defense. And if we look at the team stats, yeah, 58 first half points isn't bad, but 69 conceded is, you know, we're basically on track to concede 140, so not good enough. And they're also converting at the foul line. You know, we're taking more threes, we've made more threes, but they're shooting a better percentage. But 58% from the field versus 47% really, you know, just tells you where we're at. 7 offensive rebounds to 5 is actually surprising. I thought they would have more. But yeah, they're getting a lot more defensive rebounds, and we're just not getting enough stops. Biggest lead was 18. It's currently 11. I'm hopeful that we can cut it down to below double digits before the start of the fourth quarter, and then hopefully in the final quarter we can then take the lead and win the game. That's sort of the game plan. Just chip it down a little bit at a time, and then we'll go from there. Second half underway. It's our biggest challenge of the series so far. Kent Gary on Anthony Edwards is a nightmare matchup for us. McDaniels on Jovic. We've checked Jovic in for the first time today. It's his first game back from injury, so hopefully he's not too rusty. He immediately gets a rebound. I think should be good. Okay, let's get Jovic into the game straight away. Let's see how we go. Thomas running the pick and fade. Don't like it. We'll swing it to LaMelo. Can't get to the rim. Finds Jovic on the perimeter. Misses the first three of the game. Okay. That's okay. I don't mind that, but we just got to play good defense. Brown closes up. We get the stop. Okay. We'll kick it up to Mathurin. He hasn't scored yet, which is a little bit surprising because he's been in the game a while. LaMelo in the corner, not really liking it. Mathurin trying to get to the rim. Cam Thomas can't get McDaniels up in the air. We'll find LaMelo in the corner. There we go. That's a good looking shot. It goes in. Lead below double digits. LaMelo has 13, 3 and 5. Going pretty quick on that possession. Going to go to the rim again. Doesn't get fouled, but gets 2 more. He is capable of running in transition. We'll give it to Gary. That was probably dumb. He gets stripped. That's the second turnover for him. Edwards pulls up. Gets his offensive rebound. We foul. And he gets the and one. Margin back out to 13. I just need Gary in the game for a little bit because Towns was pretty gassed at halftime. So we just need to spare him a few minutes. Gary goes up with it. If we can get Gary a couple of points on the board, we don't need him to score, 20 or 30. But if you can get 10 points, a couple of boards. Edwards in the corner. Nobody in sight. Misses the wide open jumper. Matherin's going to run the break. Has people on him. Gary doesn't have the back door. Jovic has space. Takes the 3. Misses. So no points on the board for Jovic just yet. McDaniels. Somebody get on Edwards. A lob is thrown. 13-point game to the Wolves. Edwards is chasing the franchise record. Now that Towns is gone, I'm pretty sure. That's probably what he's looking for. But he wouldn't be far away either. Gary goes up with it. Blocked by Gobert. And Gobert's not small, so we probably could have thought about that a little bit differently. Call a timeout. It's a 15-point game. We might need Towns in the game earlier than we've thought. All right, LaMelo. What are you going to do? Cam Thomas, quick 3. Let's get those points back. We get them back. Cam Thomas, been pretty quiet in this game so far. But this is where we need him to stand up. Has 10 points, 6 boards, 5 assists. Jovic just lets Edwards go by him. I don't know why that's the matchup. Edwards in transition. There's a bunch of dudes between him and the basket. He just pulls up for 3. Fortunately, he misses. Give it back to Cam Thomas, who should be able to get by Rudy Gobert. Doesn't. Or chooses not to, maybe. LaMelo this time's going to get to the rim. There we go. 2 points. Towns launched the ball up to Cam Thomas, who's trying to get past Brown. Does. Gets the layup to go. He now has 12. Down to a 13-point game. Oh, Towns is down low by himself. Goes up. Misses. Gets the offensive rebound. Gets fouled. It's a second foul on Gobert, which is the important thing. Towns is also pretty good from the foul line, which shouldn't be too much of a problem here. I don't think I've shot free throws with Towns before, so I don't really know his release. Edwards is out of the game as well, I just noticed, so we should probably take advantage of that. Time Lord on the perimeter. Not a shot we should be worrying about. They are just... Okay, Time Lord, shoot it. I dare you. LaMelo, good contest. Good play, Lakers. Let's give it to Jovic. No, let's kick it to LaMelo. Give it to someone who knows what they're doing. Brandon Miller, drive. Post up on Christian Brown. Should be able to just go up. Draws another foul. That's good. 2 fouls on Brown. Dalton Connect coming off a screen. That's a deep 3. Misses again. LaMelo gets the rebound. Okay, well, we've got too many options here. Towns, post up. Draw the double. Kick it to the corner. Cam Thomas, you gotta make it, man. Lead is in single digits. It's a good contest. Double-double for Towns. Cam Thomas. He's on fire. He takes another 3. He hits again. 5-point game. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Just give it to Miller. We'll back up. We should be able to get by Williams. We'll kick it to LaMelo. Cam Thomas again for 3. Misses that one. He's starting to get a little tired. Not surprising. Oh, that was terrible, Towns. It's still under double digits, so it's not the end of the world. Okay. Less than 2 to go. Pick and fade. Actually, we'll get the ball to Towns, and he's got the mismatch on Connect. Double team comes. Thomas for 3. Hits it again. 21 points to Cam Thomas, including 3 threes in the quarter. Miller on Williams. Connect gets the handoff. Stay with him, stay with him. Williams can stay at the top of the key, that's fine. Brown's in the corner. Don't foul. Ooh, that's a tough defensive play. Miller gets the rebound. Okay, 50 seconds to go. Cam Thomas, get to the rim. 2 more points to Cam Thomas. It's a 4-point game. It's been all Lakers the last sort of 5 minutes or so. Jovic hasn't scored, but he's been good defensively. Gobert. That's a terrible shot. Thomas gets another rebound. Jovic, can he get over the top? He can't. Miller. Swing it to Thomas. Get to the rim. We'll try and get the 2 for 1. Miller should be able to get by Gobert. Can't. Now he does. Gets swat into Rosette. Cam Thomas off the inbound. Launches the 3. Misses. That wasn't a bad shot. 20 seconds to go. Dalton Connect. Nobody on him. Okay, Edwards is back in the game. Takes and misses a 3. We've got 10 seconds to get within a point if we can. Who else but Cam Thomas? Makes the 3. It's a 1-point game after being down by as much as 18 points at some time in the third. We are now only down by 1 with 12 minutes to play. What a third quarter for the Lakers. 26 points on the game for Cam Thomas. 26, 7 and 6. 9 for 16 from the field. 6 for 11 from deep. How many points he scored that quarter? 19 points that quarter, including 5 or 7 from deep. He was really good. LaMelo, 17, 4 and 7. Been really good. Towns, it's been a little inefficient, but, you know, he's done his job. He's been a good rim presence, getting plenty of rebounds. He's done good. Miller, I mean, hasn't had as many scoring opportunities as he has in, you know, games gone by, but he hasn't been bad by any means. Gary has sort of given Towns the rest he's needed, so he's done a job. Has a couple of fouls and a couple of turnovers, but, you know, he's a backup center, so what can you do? Dillingham is going to play the start of this quarter, and then just to give LaMelo a bit of a break, and then we'll see what happens. Not been his best game. Bronny only played for a little bit in the second quarter. Jovic played the entirety of the third, got 4 rebounds and missed 2 shots. And then Mathurin has been pretty quiet, not played a great deal in this game, but he's going to start the fourth for us just to give Miller a bit of a break as well. The Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, 48 points through 29 minutes. Really good so far. I don't know what his career high is. We'll have a look. It is 68. So he's since broken the franchise record, probably since Towns left. But he's having a fantastic season. Dalton Connect's been really good. 6 for 6 from the foul line. Not that great from deep or from the three-point line, but just getting fouls drawn on him all the time has been quite good. Brown and McDaniels have been presence on the perimeter. Time Lord and Gobert have been good in the paint. Okongwu has hardly played. And then Caruso, Okoro. Daniel Gafford hasn't even played. He might be injured, I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting fourth quarter. We've done a lot to try and come back into this game. We'll have a look at the team comparison now. How do we go for that second half? We outscored them by 10. They only shot 1 for 7 from deep, 38% on the quarter, 14% from the three-point line. But we were really good. Biggest lead was 18, and we are now shooting a much more respectable 45% from 3. Still not great from the foul line. We're trying our best. We're within a point. What can happen from here, I have no idea. But hopefully something nice happens. We've got 4 timeouts to use. Hopefully we don't have to use them too much, but we'll see what happens. It's the Karl Anthony Towns revenge game. Can we pull off the biggest comeback in the series? Here we go. We'll go picking... Oh, they're playing Okongwu and Time Lord, but neither of them are on Towns. Get up there, Towns. Get those 2 points straight away. And the lead. Back for the Lakers at home. Dillingham finds Towns down low. Puts up the 2. He has 20. Still down 1. Still down 1. Okay. Dillingham guarding Edwards. Pulls up for 3. Whew. Anthony Edwards probably going to be player of the game, I would imagine. Towns on connect, continuing to be the matchup. Thomas going to get those 3 points right back, picking right up from where he started in that third quarter. I think he now has 7 threes on the game. He has been really hot. Jovic swings it to Thomas. Has a Okongwu on him. Drives by, gets to 31. Anthony Edwards off the inbound. That's a heavy contest. Don't you dare make that. Oh my God, where's our defenders? My God, don't hit that. Jovic sets the screen. Cam Thomas on Okongwu. Finds Karl Anthony Towns. On Dalton Connect. Nobody comes to help. And we get 2 points inside the easy way. Dunk on the midget 6'4" when you're a 7-footer. Dillingham kicks it to Towns. Hands off to Jovic. Gives it back to Dillingham. Mathurin drives left. Gonna get a... okay, we'll take it. Gets his first points of the game. We're starting to go backwards and forwards with the lead. And that makes me a little queasy, I suppose. We'll take it. Nobody's on Edwards. He misses it. Okay, Matherin gets another rebound. We've got a chance here. Jovic has a ton of space. Launch it. Go in. Yes! 4-point game. As long as you score when it matters, that's the only thing that concerns me. Edwards misses a jumper. We haven't seen too many of those today. Cam Thomas is in the corner. Although nobody picks up Dillingham. Drives to the basket. Can't get the and one. Edwards has a third foul. Both made by Dillingham. I was going to bring LaMelo into the game shortly, but Dillingham is playing quite well, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. McDaniel's been guarded by Jovic, makes me scared. Alright, we're going to call timeout. I am going to make some subs, but I'm not going to sub out the whole team. I'm prepared to take a risk. We've put LaMelo in the game, we've put Gary in the game, and we've brought back Brandon Miller. Gary does have Jaden McDaniels on him, which I do like the look of, as he's tiny compared to Gareth. He's 7'5", and he's from Canada. But now Towns is on Edwards, because Towns is playing power forward. But if we can just stay in front of him, which we do, good contest, don't foul. Miller gets the rebound. Okay, Cam Thomas is all by himself. Get by Brown, can't. Edwards, actually no, Towns. Gary gets the rebound. 8-point lead. Gary on Gobert, a match made in heaven. McDaniel's been guarded by Brandon Miller. Anthony Edwards is all by himself. Makes the three. Probably expected when you leave the likely league MVP wide open for three. He will more than likely make it. Gobert has Towns in the corner. We have McDaniel's guarding Gary, who goes up and scores 2 more. 14 on the game. But while McDaniel's is on Gary, I'm pretty happy just to dump the ball into him, because we're going to get 2 points every time, because he's not big enough. Gary is huge. All right, guard McDaniels, guard Edwards. Walgren comes off the screen. Yep, okay. He's got 60 in the game. It's his third 60-point game this year. I think he tied a record of some kind, so I think that's what happened in the bottom right on the ticker there. Cam Thomas coming off the screen. Go to... Oh, that was brave by McDaniels. If he didn't steal it, that would have been an easy dunk. It's a 5-point game. Walgren's by himself. Gobert in the mid-range. We'll let him have it. What are you doing, Gray? Now a 3-point game. 2 minutes to go. Actually, scrap the screen. Give it back. Gary, go down low. Don't set a screen. I don't want a screen. Just post up McDaniels. Who's in the corner? Towns is by himself. We get 3 points on the board. 25 and 13 for Towns, which I'm hoping he declines, and then we can sign him to a more affordable deal next year. Blocked by Gary. Yes! I reckon that's like the second block of the season for Gary. He's 7'5", but he doesn't block shots. It's incredible. 2 more for Gary. He's got 18 off the bench. What a quarter this has been. Basically, what a quarter and a half. I'm starting to lose my voice. This is incredible. Edwards gets another dunk. It's a 6-point game. There's 100 seconds to go. We're going to go to Gary. Double comes. Swing it. Oh, we shouldn't have swung it. That's not... Okay, let's try it again. Go back to Gary. Wait for the double to come. Swing it. Thomas. Another 3 goes down. 36 on the game. Good D by Towns. Another rebound. Give it to LaMelo. Is Gary going to get a basket in transition? I don't think he will. I think Towns has a midget on him. He has the point guard. Double comes. Thomas again. Open for 3. It's another one. 39 for Thomas. And we now have a double-digit lead. From being down 18 in the third quarter. We may have even been down 18 in the second quarter. I don't know. But we are now up 12. with less than a minute to go. Miller hasn't scored much. Gets a junk time dunk there. We'll kill a bit of time here. We'll give it to Gary. We'll find Cam Thomas and hopefully can go baseline. Not going to be. We'll kick it out. Can Miller go? We'll kick it at Towns. He can shoot it. He deserves another 3. We can't hit it on this occasion. But we've secured the win. Edwards is going to pull up for 3. Is he on like 64 or 65 points? He has been incredible today. But it's an 11-point game. We'll try and score one more for the culture. LaMelo drives. Cam Thomas for 3. Gets one more to go. He's got 42. It's a 14-point win for the Lakers. After being down 18, we get our revenge on the Minnesota Timberwolves. We've played them a few times in the playoffs. We make the trade for Towns. What a comeback. Absolutely unreal. Oh, Cam Thomas is player of the game. I don't feel good about that. That should be Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards definitely deserves to be player of the game. But Cam Thomas ended up with 42, 35 of which came in the second half. 42, 7 and 6 in 46 minutes. 14 for 21 from the field, 10 for 15 from deep, 4 of 4 from the foul line. A plus 17 on the game. Absolutely incredible. Towns had 25 and 14 against his old team. 3 of 10 from deep. Not his best shooting game, but was pretty good. Gary, 12 points in the second half. 5 for 5 in the fourth quarter. 9 for 13 on the game is pretty good. LaMelo, 17 and 12. Again, excellent. Brandon Miller did Brandon Miller things. Dillingham only played the 25 minutes. Jovic only played the 19 in his game. First game back from injury. Mathurin, an uncharacteristically sloppy game, but I'm not too worried about it. And Bronny, the only other player who played minutes for us. But Anthony Edwards, 65 points on 55 shots. 8 for 18 from deep. Responsible for 71 of the Timberwolves' points. Dalton Knecht, the next leading scorer, with 15. Bit of a one-man show, but Anthony Edwards, he's going to be MVP this season, I dare say, for a very good reason. He was excellent. And if we look at the total game, we ended up with pretty good shooting splits in the end. Bench points, we ended up winning. Assists, we obviously got more of. We got them on the rebounds. They got more steals and blocks. We had 5 turnovers, which I never liked doing. But they killed us on the fast break points, points in the paint, second chance points, all of those good stuff. But if we look at the stats in the second half, we were amazing in the second half. 76 to 51, absolutely killed it. But we were down 18 in the third quarter and ended up winning by 14. What a result for the Lakers. And this game, our next game I've decided will be the Charlotte Hornets game, which is the Brandon Miller revenge game. So we're going to skip through the trade deadline, skip through All-Star Weekend and the contract signing stuff, because I don't think we're going to have an opportunity to sign Towns before free agency, and Brandon Miller wants to test free agency anyway, which I was going to let him do because we can sign him a longer contract that way. But, geez, cat's making noise. But All-Star Weekend, we're going to skip through. I don't think we'll have... LaMelo might make an All-Star game. He probably will. And then in terms of the forwards, Brandon Miller and Karl Anthony Towns are also eligible. I forgot to mention, Evan Mobley's now on the Jazz. There was a trade between the Cavs and the Jazz, and I don't like the trade for either team. But if we can find trades, Evan Mobley and a rookie got traded for Jaren Jackson Jr. and another rookie. I don't like the trade. And then the Bucks traded a first and Chris Middleton to get rid of that contract for DeMar DeRozan and CJ McCollum, which is a weird deal, but I would have just kept McCollum and Middleton the pick personally. But we're going to skip through the trade period. I don't see us making any moves before All-Star Weekend, so I'm happy to get through the trade period. I'm sure we'll get a few offers, all of which we will decline, and we'll decline that deal as well. LaMelo's injured again. It's just a short injury. PJ Washington a first for Jovic. I will say no to that. DiVincenzo and Josh Hart for Mathurin and Gary. I'm going to say no. LaMelo's healed, as was expected. I'm not going to do any deals. We lose to the Mavericks before All-Star Weekend. JJ Reddick's happy with us. We are 46-9 at All-Star. Let's have a look at the All-Star participants. Brandon Miller made it. All 3 of our guys made it, which I'm very happy about. So we have 3 All-Stars for the first time in the series. Karl Anthony Towns has made it before in this series. Brandon Miller, I believe, is a first-time All-Star. Yes, he is. And then LaMelo is a second-time All-Star, but he's made it before in real life. Anyway, we'll get through the All-Star game. We'll sim through the day. We'll just have a look and see what happens. The West Wind, convincingly, our guys didn't really participate. Towns, 6 points. Miller, 6 points. LaMelo, 13 points. LaMelo was actually really good in the 9 minutes he played, but they won. We won the All-Star break. I don't think we had anybody in the rookie showcase. Jameson, the #1 pick, LeBron James clone, is having a very good season. 15, or basically 16, 5, and 4. Coming off the bench, he's probably going to win 6-man. And then the sophomores, I don't think there's anybody. Damon Galloway, #1 pick from last year, is doing very well, 21 points a game. But I don't see anybody from our team. But we're going to get all the way through to this Charlotte Hornets game. We are going to sim through. Jovic is injured again. We're just going to skip through again. Injured. Again, skipping through. We've reached 50 wins, which is great. Contract extension deadline is here. We will quickly check if Towns wants to sign an extension. He doesn't. So we are just going to, again, skip by. We're getting some big wins here. If we can maintain the streak before the Hornets game, that would be lovely. We have a conversation with our CFO, which I think we did have earlier in the simulation, but I did skip over it. We are going to take it now. He's talking about contract extensions. I think we'll just use our charisma points, and we get a level up as well. What are we going to level up? We'll level up our business, and we now have the game up against the Hornets. We will check how our standings are going around the league. We are currently 55-10 on a 7-game win streak. Minnesota's the 2nd seed, as they were before. Memphis, Dallas, Spurs, Pelicans, Portland, Denver, Utah, and Houston. That's basically the same as the last video. In terms of the East, the Magic, 46-19. The Raptors, 38-26. Pacers, the Nets have really climbed since earlier in the season. They were down the bottom, basically bottoming out, if I can get those words out. Detroit, Miami, Boston, Charlotte, New York, Chicago make up the East right now. And if we look at the mock draft as well, the pick that we traded to the Hornets is now 2nd overall predicted. I don't necessarily mind that because the lottery can always be a little bit funny, but there is a prospect named Jake Willis who's 7'5" out of Georgia Tech, 21 years of age, excuse me. But I like our guy, to be honest. Kent Gary, he's a legend. But we don't have any picks at this stage in this year's draft. The Nets still have a lot of picks. The Hornets also have their own pick, and the Heat's lottery protected pick, so that the Hornets are swimming in it at the moment. They also have a Grizzlies and a Mavericks pick. Wow, they have lots of picks in this year's draft. And then lastly, before we go, we'll have a look at the player stats for this year. Towns is now averaging under 20 points a game. Dillingham, 20 points a game. Brendan Miller and Cam Thomas are in the 23 range. And then LaMelo, 26 and 9. Might be an MVP shout. We'll have to wait and see what happens. In terms of the MVP awards, he's now actually sitting in 4th. Anthony Edwards, probably going to win it. Luka Doncic, not going to win 3 in a row. Tyrese Halliburton came runner-up last year, and Ja Morant making a surprise run for it in 5th. In terms of Rookie of the Year, this is currently where it stands. Lonzo currently predicted to be 6th man. I know Benedict Mathurin was in the chase, but he doesn't appear to be in it now. None of our guys in DPOY. Most improved, none of our guys. I'm surprised Galloway's not in there because they usually have 2nd-year players in there, but Alexander Sarr, rookie, is a rookie in real life, but is a 3rd-year player now for the Wizards. And then here are your clutch player of the year potential players. But the Hornets, they're 32-36. This is another home game. This will probably be our last game before the end of the regular season. And then we will simulate into the playoffs at the end of the next video. But thank you so much for watching up until this point, guys. Leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And until next time, I hope you have a lovely day wherever you are in the world. And I will see you guys then. Bye.